Hello and welcome to another Heroes of the Storm Quick Tip. Today I wanted to talk about Johanna Falling Sword. If you didn't know, this is basically the meta talent now for Johanna, and one of the primary reasons to pick her as a tank. Ever since a while ago when they nerfed her wave clear abilities, she's still very good at setting up waves to be cleared, but she's not as efficient as she was before on her own in terms of clearing waves. They also made some changes in Falling Sword to make it a better option. Basically, at level 10, you're taking it because it's an AoE cleanse, which can disrupt heavy stun lock teams, such as, like in this case, the enemy team has many ways to stun. Diablo obviously has the APOC combo along with his normal setup. Malfurion has Root. Junkrat has Mines and Traps. Leo, in his own way, has Entomb, which Cleanse does not directly affect, but it does make it easier for people to survive in the Entomb, especially when these two are combined. And for example, if Vala had taken Rain of Vengeance, it's very easy for her hit a follow-up stun in an Entomb, which Falling Sword would help cleanse out of. Obviously, the biggest reason, though, is at level 20, you get Heaven's Fury. This is essentially a DPS ability and an AoE heal cleanse, depending on what you're using it for. And it's one of the most powerful 20 upgrades in the game, and one of the main reasons to pick Johanna in the first place. So in this case, I just wanted to kind of showcase what to use Falling Sword for and how it plays out in actual game. Despite the Nova, this is a scrim against a heroic level team, which means our opponents are all Masters level and above. They play in the second highest division below professional play. So yeah, this is not like just a quick match to show off Falling Sword. So as you can see, we're trying to cap. Noticeably, we are 2 levels ahead, so we can be more aggressive and push in. And you'll see in just a moment, the Sonya gets aggressive. I get knocked over here, and because I have Falling Sword, I can aggressively follow up and push in. Noticeably, Joshua Scott does not get caught in the APOC right there, but if he had, it wouldn't have mattered because I had Falling Sword Cleanse on him. Also, you saw our Stukov get stunned over in the corner. Even because Falling Sword takes so long, lasts so long in the air, if he had been at lower life, I could have just moved over and cleansed them out. I just didn't because they were at full health, and they weren't going to die to a solo Diablo at that point, so it didn't matter. So that's just a good example. In this case, our Nova is getting caught out in mid, but it doesn't matter because we have enough of a stat advantage that they can't kill her quickly. But yeah. In essence, the main reason to use Falling Sword is, again, in this case, you're saving it for specific moments to either cleanse your team out of AoE setups, or aggressively move in with, say, Sonya when she's going to leap. So you can set up a kill with our follow-up damage. Our primary kill is going to be Nova in this comp, especially on Junkrat or Vala or Malfurion. These three are all potentially killable later in the game once you unlock more of Nova's talent tree, especially the whole anti-armor. So we're just going to briefly move ahead so I can try and give a better example of Falling Sword at work. I would move ahead in the replay manually, but it doesn't really make that big of a difference and it risks crashing the replay. So we're just going to move ahead like this. But yeah, you can just see, this is mostly just normal Towers gameplay. Just kind of fighting around. So again, I'm purposely saving my Falling Sword in this situation because I'm waiting to see if Diablo engages. And as soon as I see my team is getting slowed and APOC goes off, we're Falling Swording and making sure we're just walking them out, like. And so my job there is to make sure the majority of my team gets out alive. It also conveniently repositions me, so no one has to worry about trying to save me. So it not only grants your team a reprieve from the AoE setup, but also you yourself are not put in danger by this. Our Nova decided to go in a different direction, unfortunately, so she did not make it out. We're just capping, doing the usual. Game's almost over. So you get the idea on Falling Sword and what its use case is here. I want to see if we actually get to use, yeah. So again, just like one little other usage for myself. Again, it is just a reposition ability. So in this case, against Leoric, who normally counters Johanna, in this case, not only can I step up and be hyper aggressive, but because it's not 20 and they don't have a silence upgrade, when I get entombed, I can just press the button and jump right out. And again, this is a case where I could have backed up and cleansed our healer through it if I thought it was going to get killed, but I wanted to make sure the Sonya didn't get slowed or hit by Diablo and stuck in the death zone. And you can see it's one of those classic Johanna moments where you just have so much life, and I almost get out, but they managed to get me with the last little Q. Alright, you get the idea. I'm not going to belabor the point. Just basically, again, you're taking Falling Sword to disrupt AoE setups. So if you see that, pick Johanna, very good into them, easy cleanse. Remember to save it for cleanse. It is not a dive tool. It is a dive tool if your team accomplishes that. So, for example, if we had a third teammate to go in with Sonya, perhaps say a Tracer or a Kira or someone else who can run in behind enemy lines, then you can do that. But otherwise, you're primarily going to use Falling Sword to keep your team alive and keep them from getting locked down in place against a comp like this. Alright, thanks for watching.